Now, Powerhouse Hobbs looking for the cover. Shelton Benjamin able to kick out. And you see Shelton wincing, holding those ribs. A fact that I'm sure is not lost on Katsuyori Shibata. Shibata, it was not too long ago, Brian, that you and I were talking about what a presence he is in the locker room, but I noticed that a little different reception for Shibata from the rest of the locker room today after what went down this past Saturday. Yeah,
I didn't see him interacting with anybody at all. The Opps had their own changing room today, which is the first time I've seen that. Usually Samoa Joe is a locker room leader. But it was interesting to see how people were reacting to what Samoa Joe, Hobbs, and Shibata all did.
We saw Shelton Benjamin laying down on the mat. Aubrey Edwards correctly given the 3 count as Shelton was in a pinning predicament despite being locked in the figure 4.
Yeah, this is a great strategy by Shibata. You take out the legs of Shelton Benjamin, you keep him in this figure 4 leg lock for an extended period of time.
I mean, not only is it putting pressure on the knees, Brian, but it's also fatiguing the legs of Shelton Benjamin, making those leaping knee strikes, the high kicks, less explosive from Shelton.
100%, and his legs can kind of go to sleep, at least for a little bit.
Yeah, you see Shelton, he's not moving well after extricating himself from the figure 4 leg lock, but Shibata keeps the attack on. AEW Dynamite live from San Antonio, Texas. The AEW World Trios Championship on the line in our opening contest. A hard-hitting affair between the Hurt Syndicate and the champions, the Opps. For the last few moments, Brian, we have seen the Opps getting the better of Shelton Benjamin. They have him completely isolated.
Yeah, and I wonder how much the match that the Hurt Syndicate had on Saturday is the toll is weighing on Shelton Benjamin right now. He got put through the table by the demand. And you can see his ribs are a little bit banged up. His legs are a little bit weak, and that's very unusual for Shelton Benjamin. He's an incredible athlete. I think this is a really smart strategy by Samoa Joe. Wear down Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, the Opps, it's clear they have singled Shelton Benjamin out after the very physical month he has endured.
Yeah, and they're keeping Shelton Benjamin away from his corner. You see, this is smart ring placement by Samoa Joe. He's got his back to the Hurt Syndicate. And if Shelton Benjamin wants to make a tag, he's going to have to actually go through Samoa Joe as opposed to directly getting to his tag team partners.
Yeah, Shelton Benjamin, though, trying to motivate himself, trying to fire up to break free of the grip of the man who this past Saturday would be a 2-time AEW World Champion, but it was not meant to be. But speaking of this past Saturday, Jon Moxley forced to say, "I quit" by Darby Allin. Mox will be back in action here tonight against Kyle O'Reilly of the Conglomeration. Plus, we will hear live from Darby Allin for the first time since what transpired this past Saturday at Wrestle Dream and our main event tonight at Dynamite. Bandito, only the 3rd man to defeat Kazuchika Okada inside an AEW ring. He has earned a shot at the AEW Unified Championship. That will go down tonight in our main event. This program absolutely loaded as Shelton Benjamin. Open hand shots being exchanged with Samoa Joe. You see Joe a bit bleary-eyed, Brian. He pointed out that the Opps coming into this match relatively fresh. Only 2/3 of their team did not compete, whereas the entire Hurt Syndicate and Samoa Joe were in action this past Saturday. And Benjamin, though, he's got Samoa Joe rattled.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Out of the 3 members of the Opps, the one that was that was wrestled on Saturday, put through a grueling match, was Samoa Joe. And Shelton Benjamin took advantage of it.
Katsuyori Shibata legal for the champs. Bobby Lashley legal for the challengers. Taking down Shibata once, now twice. Shibata back up. Bobby Lashley, belly-to-belly suplex. And Katsuyori Shibata very unsteady on his feet. The almighty Bobby Lashley going to work here.
Yeah, this is a great matchup for the Hurt Syndicate. And look at Bobby Lashley clearing Hobbs off the apron.
At Powerhouse Hobbs, he had his eyes down at Katsuyori Shibata. Bobby Lashley saw it knocking Hobbs to the floor and driving down Shibata. Oh, but Hobbs back in time to break up the pinfall attempt.
Yeah, one of the things I've noted here is we haven't seen MVP legally get in the ring in this match. I wonder if he got beat up in that, or if he's a little banged up after that Tornado Trios match on Saturday. Oh, this is a fight I want to see.
Bobby Lashley, Powerhouse Hobbs teeing off on one another. Center of the ring, and Hobbs, though, he changes levels, a shot across the windpipe. And now, Lashley frees himself. Bobby Lashley looking for that hurt lock. Hobbs knew it, and he backed Lashley up to the corner.
Yeah, I think whoever knocks the other one down first is going to have a psychological advantage. Oh, but they both went down.
But Katsuyori Shibata, though, while all of that was going on, he remains the legal man alongside Bobby Lashley. Lands the PK, still clutching the back of his neck as Shibata, the lateral press. Lashley able to kick out.
And Shibata's pinned a number of people with the penalty kick.
Now Samoa Joe, MVP, into the fray, and Joe immediately going for the eyes. Samoa Joe, after the disgusting actions after the match we saw against Hangman Adam Page.
Samoa Joe went for the eyes, and then MVP went for the throat.
MVP hits the ropes, and he's dropping the elbow on Samoa Joe. 1, 2. Oh, Shibata there to break it up.
Great save by Shibata there.
Shelton Benjamin released German suplex on Lashley's spine, or excuse me, on Shibata, spine buster on Benjamin, and now Bobby Lashley spikes Powerhouse Hobbs.
And look at that boot by Samoa Joe.
And now the Kikina clutch, potentially locked in.
MVP a Jiu-Jitsu black belt, he knows how to get out.
Not sure they teach you a jawbreaker like that in Jiu-Jitsu, but MVP. Now, wait a second. Ricochet coming down, hitting the ring, and the demand, it seems like their issues with the Hurt Syndicate aren't over. Joe transitions into Kikina clutch. MVP.
And he's got the hooks in.
And the MVP with no choice but to tap out.
The winners of this match and still AEW World Trios Champions, the Opps.
Well, by hook or by crook, the Opps remain AEW World Trios Champions. As here you see the demand at the bottom of your screen, Brian. Their issues with the Hurt Syndicate, I'm sure, far from over.
Yeah, I thought after Saturday, I thought this issue might be done, but it looks like not. Man, Joe's Kikina clutch. I thought he was gonna break MVP's jaw.
The Hurt Syndicate, they don't care about the Opps. They are charging up the ramp, and they are going straight at the demand.